Hello Lunar Club and welcome to your full moon reading. So on Monday, May 16th at 12:12 a.m., which is quite the interesting time, 12:12 Eastern Standard Time, we have a full moon and total lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Now this is quite the profound celestial occurrence. So let's just dive right into it. So this lunation and lunar eclipse is all about pulling out the deeply buried wounds from our emotional bodies. As you may know, Scorpio is a fixed water sign, and that pushes us into the depths of our emotional experiences in order to destroy the old structures to make way for something new to emerge. This is true rebirthing energy at its best. And this is the time to surrender ourselves into the healing waters of Scorpio. Now, of course, it's not just a full moon in Scorpio, it's a total lunar eclipse. And this is bringing monumental change to the entire planetary collective over the next 6 months. So, let's think about this, right? A total lunar eclipse is when the moon is eclipsed. So the moon represents our inner self, our deepest inner emotional core. And when that is eclipsed, this energy is a profound transformational energy that affects everyone. So we are in this world and we're having a unique individual experience, and we're also in relationship to others having their unique individual experiences, which creates a collective experience. And so this is coming right after the solar eclipse, where the sun, which represents our outer world and our outer expression, was eclipsed by the moon. So that happened with our last new moon in Taurus. We had a partial solar eclipse. So that's where the sun is eclipsed and the moon stands in front of the sun. And so we have this deeply profound transformational experience, but it's on a very personal level. And so when we have a lunar eclipse, we have this deeply profound transformational experience, but it happens on a collective scale. Now, this is a major ending of the old world, clearing out dark, hidden energies of the past, giving rise to this new earth that is emerging. And I love this. We keep talking about this new earth that's emerging, and we see the celestial energies all around us, and we can feel it. It's palpable. We can see it, right? Like, I don't watch the news, but if you watch the news, you can see the old world crumbling. The narratives are crumbling, and people are waking up and stepping into their inner authority, their strength, and their freedom. And we are seeing the world as we know it, or as we knew it, begin to collapse, dissolve, and crumble. And we're also seeing simultaneously this new world emerging. And so this full moon and total lunar eclipse in Scorpio is this energy that we need to have this new earth emerge. And, you know, we had the solar eclipse, which is that transformational experience for us on a deeply personal level. But now here comes the lunar eclipse, which is this powerful pivot point that is going to change the entire world as we know it. So, this is quite the fascinating cosmic cocktail of energies. Now, when we look at the planetary aspects of this lunation, we see the moon is right next to the south node and Uranus for the first time in 84 years. Now, what does this mean? So the South Node represents our past, and Uranus represents revolutionary change. So this is a powerful energy dynamic that represents a revolution from our collective past. So, this is the time to hold on to your inner peace, because a lot of dark, hidden energies will be brought to light, especially on the world stage. And this has the potential to bring some chaos into the world. It will reveal some disclosure. And this is clearing out our past karmic ties. And this is also restoring truth and freedom for our future. So this needs to happen, as uncomfortable as it is. This needs to happen. This clearing needs to occur in order for the new earth to emerge. And like I've been saying, this new earth arrives in us individually first. That's why we had the solar eclipse first. Then we can have it emerge in the collective experience. But it will not happen in the collective experience until we have had that experience on our individual personal journey. And so this is the time to embrace forgiveness. Forgiveness for yourself and the places in your life that need forgiveness. Another huge energetic shift is Jupiter moving from Pisces to Aries. Now, Pisces is this very sensitive, dreamy, feminine yin energy, and Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. So it has this initiatory energy, and Jupiter is the largest celestial body in our solar system. So anything that interacts with Jupiter is amplified, it's expanded, it's charged. And so when Jupiter moves into Aries, this is giving us an awakening, a fresh new perspective for our consciousness. Major revelations for both us personally and collectively. Aries also has this warrior energy, and it's giving us the strength and the courage to break new ground in our life, right? This metamorphosis that we're on, this transformation that we're on is not easy, but we are here and we are going through this process together. And so this Jupiter-Aries dynamic is giving us that courage and the strength and the perseverance to do it. And it's also the strength and the ingenuity to find the hero within. To find the hero within ourselves. And this is very important because many of us are looking around for a savior, whether it's a particular political leader or a religious leader or some extraterrestrial group. And the truth is, in order for us to fully step into our power and our sovereignty, we must walk this path alone. No one is going to save us from ourselves. So that victimhood mentality is dissolving. And the dissolving, the crumbling of the victim is making room for the inner hero, the inner authority, and our divine power, which is our birthright, to emerge within ourselves. Our inner authority, our divine power, and our inner hero will not emerge if we're holding on to this victimhood. So this Jupiter-Aries energy is aligning us with our strength, with our sovereignty, with our divine powers. And this is allowing ourselves to emerge into our power. And this is the power that will create the new earth. So, if you think about it, we are in this process of a major metamorphosis. And that's because we are transformational beings. Just as much as the butterflies are transformational beings, so are we. And we are currently in our chrysalis. It's restrictive. There's mandates. We're being pushed for vaccines, for wearing masks. There's restrictions everywhere you go. You gotta jump through hoops. You gotta get tested and this and that. It can be depressing. It can be hard to breathe freely. It can be hard to move about freely. I mean, we're living in this planet. We all share this planet together, but there's still these restrictions. We can't move about freely. It's not that free planet that we think it is. And we don't really foresee an end to this. But in this incubated pressure, this is where we find our wings. And this is where we emerge as the magical butterflies that we are. And then we can begin pollinating our new world. This is the very essence of Scorpio that the moon is illuminating for us. And this lunar eclipse is reverberating this energy throughout the collective for the next 6 months across the entire Earth plane. So this brings up the question, what big changes are being called forth? What changes need to be made within you and within your life? What changes do you want to see in the world? And just like Michael Jackson says, be the man in the mirror. And so this is such an amazing and profound cosmic energy. This full moon is going to be very powerful. And we're working with the water element. So Scorpio is a fixed water sign. So watch my next video on working with this full moon in Scorpio and the rituals for this deeply transformational and powerful full moon in Scorpio and lunar eclipse. And so for the full moon oracle reading, here you go. It is communication is key. And this comes as no surprise when I pulled this card out from the deck, because Mercury is still in retrograde, which is asking us to be mindful of what we say and how we say it. Not only to others, but ourselves as well. Paying close attention to that inner self-talk. And this is also speaking to a major pivot point, a major new beginning, right? It says new moon in Gemini. New moons are new beginnings. And so we're entering in this new beginning, this major pivot point on this planet. So this is the time to speak with intention, with clarity, and to clear the air. Write yourself a love letter of forgiveness and encouragement. Tell someone how you feel and find peace and forgiveness with what is. And so this is your full moon reading. There is a lot going on, a lot of powerful, potent energies, and we will feel the effects of this over the next 6 months. It's quite the exciting time, and I'm looking forward to seeing what unravels. I've been watching this for the past few years, and more people are waking up to what is happening, and I was lucky enough to be a little bit on the early side, and being on the early side is not always easy. People think you're kind of crazy, but it is getting to the point where everyone is becoming aware of the illusions of this matrix, and we are beginning to ask questions. We're beginning to see things. We're beginning to step into our authority, questioning external authorities. And this full moon and total lunar eclipse is a major shift in this energy dynamic. And so the next 6 months are going to be nothing short of exciting. So that can bring up some chaotic situations, some disclosure, some discomfort. So this is your reminder to really focus on yourself, your inner peace, and what you are trying to bring forth, how you want to emerge and arrive into this world. This is the time for us to do our inner work, and if we all do our own inner work, we will find ourselves living in the new earth. So I hope you guys enjoyed this full moon reading, and watch my next video for the full moon rituals and working with the water element. And until our next new moon in Gemini, I will see you then. Bye, guys.